Are you introducing it?
Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco. We're doing a live commentary now of the Eyes of Tammy Faye. And that was the wife of, her name was Tammy Faye Baker. And she and her husband used to be on TV all the time, and they were very famous. She wore a ton of eye makeup. I would see this. I didn't care about them at all, but they were on everywhere, and they got in trouble because they misspent people's money, people's hard-working money who were at home, and they would ask them for money for, I don't know what exactly, to further the teachings of Christ, I guess? I don't know.
Who's Christ?
And don't do that. And
Jesus, Safi! I just said, who's
Marco,
Christ?
Marco.
Get it? Because I said Jesus
Yeah, okay. And they misspent the money, and they bought, I don't know what all they spent on, because I don't want to pay any attention to them, but they, like, for example, they had gold-plated, like somebody else we heard about, faucets in their bathrooms.
Who?
We don't want to talk about that person, or whatever he is.
Shut up, TJ.
Anyway, I can't remember her husband, Jim. How could I forget? Jim and Tammy Faye. And he actually went to prison. And she
James
got cancer, and she
James Emmanuel Chiaruzzi.
That's our other son. Chiaruzzi.
So, Safi, what's going on? What do we have to eat?
We are having things that she made on TV, actually, like in a cooking segment on some show. And one is Sloppy Joe, her way, which it smells good. She drank Diet Coke. Neither Marco nor I will drink anything with aspartame in it, any diet products, because it doesn't do anything for you. It's very bad for you. So we're having
Cola Zevia.
Zevia, and Marco explained to them what Zevia is. You can actually get this at the health food store.
It's diet soda, but with what's it called? Stevia instead of aspartame.
Yeah.
So it's called Zevia.
Yeah, you remember Breaking Bad, right? Stevia.
Yeah, I'm sure people remember Breaking Bad.
Well, they must remember that. I've never heard of it until that show.
Oh, Safi.
That's just sports. They're just telling what's going on.
Jesus, Safi.
And I'm waiting for somebody to come back from the grocery store.
Sloppy Joe's.
I have to help them put it
We
away,
also
so
have
I'll be getting the phones on.
her cheese potatoes, which it doesn't look like Safi put very much cheese in it, but it still looks pretty good.
I didn't want to overdo it.
That's called cheese potatoes.
Yeah, but they can be cheese potatoes like this. And we have some kind of chicken dumpling, whatever, from
chicken
Marco's lunch.
Yesterday I went to McAllister's Deli, which I never go to anymore because they just fuck it up all the time.
Just me trying Zevia.
And I got chicken and dumpling soup, and it was terrible. So I only had a half of it. And also, I'd like to explain, I have stiff neck right now. I am better than yesterday, but I'm not going to be able to really turn my head to look at the camera, so I just wanted to explain that.
Okay, so let's get going. I have work to do.
This movie is your work. You have to do.
I went sourcing, and
and you have X-Files too.
And I have X-Files to watch, which I enjoy watching. So
I don't.
I do. I love it.
Look, there's
listening to what somebody else is listening to.
20th Century Fox Pictures presents. And right off the bat, I don't want to watch this movie again. Why did I agree to?
I don't mind it at all.
Oh.
Since I know who these people are.
But I've seen this. I just saw it.
We're not into televangelism because I knew it was stealing. Anyway, probably stealing.
Scammers.
From poor people taking their good, hard work money and spending it on themselves. But they're still an interesting couple. So.
Well.
And I feel bad for her because she did get cancer and passed away.
Well, that's what God wanted for her.
I'm having a. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to try it. Sorry. I'm starving. I haven't had any lunch.
I'm starving too. Damn it.
I had a sauce.
God damn it.
Cold.
Did you try the chicken and dumpling, Safi? I was waiting for her to try that. She's gonna be like, ugh!
Yeah, Jimmy Swaggart.
Here it is. That's bizarre.
Cold.
That's really weird. Oh, I don't like that.
With that.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I don't like this.
Look at this. Look at that, Safi. Ew.
She wore a ton of makeup. I remember. Of course.
Oh!
Ridiculous.
It's spilling out.
Is that supposed to be his mother? Her mother?
Oh, yeah.
Horrible woman. Uh-oh. I sense a problem. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Don't. Oh, I see. Oh. This is like a... Guy looks like a fucking pedophile. He's like, are you ready to accept the love? What's up with that? What's up with that? Oh, fuck. The Lord just came through me! Come on!
That's all a matter of BS.
What?
All our stuff was just BS, okay?
You know what else is BS?
I'm sorry,
Your mom.
No. But at least though, her mother, maybe she'll treat her better if all those people think she's something special.
Did you have a sloppy Joe?
Yeah, why wouldn't
What does it taste like? Do you like it?
I? No.
I don't either. I think it's weird and gross and weird.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
That's why I'm eating it.
Of course, the dumplings are the worst part.
What?
The dumplings are the worst part.
No, I haven't even tried that.
Oh,
The
try it.
dumplings?
Yeah. I even put a little bit of extra seasoning in the sloppy Joe. I put some Tabasco and just a couple of squirts and some pepper and stuff.
Spicy.
It's not spicy at all. I'm just waiting to make sure it won't buffer again.
Oh my God, Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield.
Who's talking? That older man?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's chastising her. He's chastising Jessica Chastain.
Would you like to chastise Jessica Chastain, Safi? That's really cute.
Well, she's sitting out there, and she's just, everybody else is sitting there like, my God, if we move a muscle, we're going to go to hell. And she's actually just easygoing and not being so, I mean, really, when people do that kind of thing, they're taking themselves way too seriously, okay? But so, I don't mind that. I think it's cute how they had a little romance. But they're very, the way they show them in this movie, at least right now, like that, they're very, what would you call it, charismatic, or they're pretty people. And the people they actually are imitating are
Ugly.
no, they're not ugly, but they're
Yeah.
when she had all that makeup on,
Fucking Jim
she
Baker.
she looks so much better.
Right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
natural.
But
Natural looking.
Jim Baker in real life, he looks like a knockoff Mr. Rogers.
Well, he talked like him too. I don't think Andrew Garfield, although he's nice, he's okay. I don't know who would, we'll see what happens very early in the movie, but...
I'm just making sure it's not going to pause again.
And their...
Safi.
What would you call it? Their Christianity place?
Safi, why don't you...
I don't know.
Why don't you have penance now? Why don't you,
Oh, no, don't give me any BS.
Why don't you absolve yourself?
We're Episcopalian.
Before I chastise you.
Like Jessica Chastain being chastised?
Yeah, do you like it when Jessica Chastain is chastised?
The rest of them sitting there like, oh my God, the devil's going to come and strike that woman down because she's smiling.
She looks like a
some
women's rights activist, feminazi.
Not at all. She looks like a right-wing Christian zealot.
She looks like a Mormon weirdo, and then
Marco, that is not right.
He looks like a computer geek, and then she looks like
She just looks like a fresh-faced teenager who has a crush on that man.
She's not a teenager. She's in her 40s in real life.
Right there, she's in her 40s?
In real life, so it's like, come on,
well,
Safi.
She's a young lady. She looks like she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
Late 20s or late 30s.
Yeah.
I don't think I could eat this. It's cold.
You have to clean your plate, Safi. You have to clean your plate to show you're thankful to God for giving you the food on your plate.
Please.
I wish it was hot, Safi.
Play it now.
I wish it was hot. But you have to show Jesus.
Uh-oh. Everybody else forever. And that is not what, well, I'm not going to do religious debate, but...
It's time to talk about Jesus.
Jesus is supposed to...
Jesus.
Christianity is about forgiving.
Christianity.
That's what that crap... I hate Easter.
Are you a Christian?
That's what it's all about. Easter, the forgiveness, because, what's his name? Guy turned in Jesus to the Romans, and
are you a Christian?
And they got him, and he said, "I forgive you."
Have you read the Bible?
It's like these people don't know forgiveness. They say they do, but they don't. And they were sitting there judging her because she smiled and acted like she was a
she's
ray
Jessica.
of sunshine.
She's Jessica Chastain. She asked for it.
She had to get chastised because her name in real life was Jessica Chastain.
I'm going to tell the story about Robert Taylor, Safi.
Oh, yeah, I've read about that.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I did. I've read
Safi, he was a person at my school.
Oh, that's also an actor.
Remember the Christian weirdo at my school?
No, I don't know. But I have to go and carry groceries in and put them away. So I'll be back and we'll press pause on the movie and Marco will...
Offensive.
But I was interested in watching this movie because these people were around for years.
Well, all these people do is judge other people, so it's like...
Yeah, they're very... and that's the thing.
They need to be judged too.
I don't like
by
that.
me.
Well,
because I am the king of judgment. And especially on this channel, my channel... If you come on this channel, you will be judged by me.
Well, I don't like this judgy stuff either.
And then I will send you to hell. I'm going to decide if you're worthy of touching the Lord's hand. This tastes like Jesus' love.
No, Marco, don't say that. That's not the, what do you call it? Not the word. Ugh.
Just listen to the radio. Just listen to Rush. He'll tell you.
Don't do that. He's dead.
Yeah, good riddance. In 6th grade, there was this guy named Robert Taylor, and he was pretty fat. He was kind of fat, and he always wore the same outfit. He always wore a dark blue shirt, or dark colors, dark blue, brown, or black, and jeans of some kind. And his head was like this big, and it looked like a crushed up potato. Like it looked like a sad potato. And with like, he had these beady little eyes, these beady little black eyes, and this really sad face, like, and he always looked like that. And he had this shaggy type of Kurt Russell hair, and it was black, and he looked like a vampire. He looked like a creature of the night that's gonna come in and suck your blood, and then kill your whole family. He looked like a creepy weirdo, and he had some freckles too. He had these like worrying lines on his forehead because he was always like. And I was waiting to do this. This is me speaking tongues with Jessica Chastain. I was waiting to do that. I came up with that earlier. I didn't want to do it in front of Safi. That would be very fun, though. But anyways, Robert Taylor, he was a weirdo. He was a real weirdo. He always was looking at his phone underneath the desk. And he would do that during tests, too. And so one time we had this bitch teacher named Miss Shooty. And I called her Miss Shitty. And I still do because she was a bitch. And she yelled at him like at the top of her lungs. And, she made him cry in front of the whole class because he was texting on his phone. And it turned out he was like just texting his dad. And he wasn't cheating on the test, but he was so stupid that, he's texting during a test. I mean, what kind of dumbass shit is that? But the thing that he would do that relates to this movie, Christian weirdos, is he would go up to every person he could and go, "Excuse me, sir, are you Christian?" I mean, he would legitimately do that. And the one time he did it to me in 6th grade, he was like, "If you don't convert to Christianity now, you're going to be sent to hell. When the rapture comes pretty soon, you're not going to be able to go into the rapture, and then you're going to be a sad person." And he had this, like, worried... He always looked like a worried face all the time. And so we called him Potato Head. And then in 7th grade, it was really funny because we were all encouraged, or we were forced to, actually. We were forced to bring a free reading book. And I brought A Clockwork Orange, which is my favorite book. Still, that's my favorite book. and it was my favorite book in 7th grade too. And you know, people brought all sorts of books, Harry Pothead, you know, really typical Hunger Games. But then Robert Taylor, for his free reading book, he brought the Bible, and you had to put it in the upper right hand part of your desk. So he always had this huge Bible on his desk, and you know, at recess he'd just be walking around by himself, slumped over, slouched over. He probably had stiff neck all the time. You know, he wouldn't sit with anyone at lunch, but he would go up to people all the time and go, "Excuse me, sir, are you Christian?" And I added him on Facebook because I thought it would be hilarious to see what kind of dumbass shit he posts on Facebook. But he's not on Facebook anymore. He's not active. Doesn't even have any pictures or anything. So who knows whatever happened to Robert Weirdo Christian Whack Job Taylor. Who knows? Safi!
Okay, I'm back.
I already. Okay, now I have to tell the story about Robert Taylor to you.
That's okay. You can tell me later. Oh God.
Hey,
I need
this.
to. Can you please put the heat over here? We have no heat. Our
Yeah, we
furnace
have
is
no
not
heat.
working.
Because God said we couldn't have
Marco,
heat.
let's not do that, okay?
He said
No, Marco.
we can't have heat because we're sitting with the...
Okay, we don't have any heat because the furnace isn't working, and we're supposed to have a part come, but they are having this supply chain, I'm sure you've heard about it, problem with goods and products, and the thing that we need for the furnace is held up because of a lack of, because of the supply chain problem. So we don't know when we're going to get it. And
Yeah, so
we're,
suck on that.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Marco, don't do that.
Fuck.
And I have my hood on, I'm sorry. Here I am because I'm cold and it helps me keep all my heat in. Don't! I have to put my earphone in. I was going to look and see what the temperature was.
Eat your food. Clean your
I don't
plate.
want any more food.
You have to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
I
a
can't.
challenge for the commentary.
Well, the challenge, I'll just drink Zevia.
No, you have to eat it.
Shh. What happened? Oh.
Fucking Sloppy Joe sucks. Oh, it fell out. How am I sloppy? Oh! Okay. But is she, Safi?
Is she what?
Is she making herself desirable for her husband?
Who cares? Does he make himself desirable to her?
Well, he's Andrew Garfield. Of course not. He's gonna make himself desirable to Pat Robertson and all those other queers. Why do you like it? Do you like Jessica Chastain, or are you gonna chastise Jessica Chastain? Is she good?
Yeah, she's always good.
Really?
Yeah.
What else have you watched her in? That shitty
Jurassic Park.
What?
Jurassic Park, isn't that her? No, she's the one. This is the woman who did the, where she wore the protective bomb suit.
Safi.
Got an Emmy or Oscar. The movie got an Oscar.
I haven't seen that video, but Jurassic World is Bryce Dallas Howard, Safi.
Oh,
This is
two
Jessica
redheaded girls.
Chastain.
Well,
Well,
she was in this Listen to that. It was directed by a woman.
It was a movie directed by a woman, and it was called I don't know.
I can't remember either.
Never saw it. Never was in. No, she was not in that one
I thought she
at all.
was.
She was in her next movie after that movie called Zero Dark 30, which I did watch, unfortunately. That was horrible. Oh. It was about tracking down Osama bin Laden. And she played the main character. Safi, you know this is a commentary, right? So that means you have to eat and drink and everything.
Well, I'll drink. I'm done eating. I
It's
don't want to eat
punishment.
anymore.
It's punishment, Safi.
I
It's
don't care.
punishment.
I'm not going to get sick.
Yeah, you are. Eat it.
No, I still have to have brats tonight, and those don't
Brats are
do
good.
much for me either.
Well, who knows with this shit, brats, but
And I'm sleepy.
the fuck is this shit?
No, put it back on and see if we can. I don't want to read it. Sorry.
Why don't you watch Clifford, Safi?
I don't want to watch Clifford now.
The cancer door. That's the door that the Lord is gonna open up for Safi. Oh fuck! We gotta do the
Marco's having a fight with the.
pausing. We need a reversal of these trends because we do. We need a reversal of feminazism.
He's not talking about that.
Yeah, I know, but
I know who he is, and I know what he's about.
yeah, he's your hero.
He's a big phony baloney.
He's your personal hero.
No, he's not.
You-
Quit saying stuff
You
like
you
that.
have his autograph like
No, I
fucking
don't have any.
in
I
a
wouldn't
frame on your
touch his-
wall.
I wouldn't touch his autograph.
You know, instead of running that little boy over, he should have just ran him over instead.
He has a son too, who took over. He has. Well, never mind. I'm not going to go into all that. But anyway, he does have a son.
He's your hero,
took over.
Safi. He's your
Marco,
hero.
Let's not say stupid stuff.
Your
that
personal
is a
hero.
lie. No,
Just-
he's not my personal hero at all.
Just like Andrew Gayfield is my hero.
Mm.
Just what the what's going on?
Maybe we'll have to come back to the commentary
No.
later because it's not. The movie isn't working properly.
Yeah, you won't even eat your food.
I don't want any more, Marco.
Yeah, you do. Eat it all.
I don't want to.
It's
I don't
black
need it all.
screening. It's weird. It's not working. Is this God's plan?
Yeah.
Is this his plan, Safi? Oh, see. Look, is that Nicholas Hoult?
Oh, really?
Yeah, look. He also did the Tolkien biopic. Look. See how much alike he looks?
Hmm.
How he was as a kid. Here, look, you could watch Bush Cassidy in the Sundance Pit. Kid.
I've seen it.
Do you think that one has the homosexual agenda in it? I think this movie has a couple of agendas in it. That's for damn sure. No, it's not working. That's just irritating. Good job, Safi. Good job. Good job, Safi. Let's see if we can... this fucking website. Hey, Safi, why don't we just speed... No, I don't want to do that. Doing that, is she gonna get chastised in Interstellar too? That should be like a rule for every movie that we review of hers. We'll have a little segment called Chastising Chastain. And have like a big you know, like an angry face and like a sound effect, like someone's crying or something.
The wooden part of the flag snapped
So
apart.
now we own Jessica Chastain, Safi.
Oh, God.
She's your slave now.
Oh, why can't you just rent it?
They won't allow you to.
What?
They won't allow you to.
We could have done it up for Redbox then.
No, they don't have it at Redbox. It's still in theaters. All those people probably eat Hamburger Helper all the time. That's what they look like. They look like they live on Hamburger Helpers and fucking frozen children's meals. Typical Andrew Garfield. He just walks into a room and sucks the life
He's a
out.
Debbie Downer. Oh my God! Why is she taking Ativan?
Because it's one for Tammy Faye.
It's a very mild
She needs it.
anti-anxiety. Well, there's her Coke.
And you're not even drinking yours. I mean, this is like almost soap opera territory.
Yeah.
Safi.
This part, yeah. It's
I
only
mean-
gonna get worse.
It's like, you know, snooze.
Yeah, we'll just go away.
The gay will go away.
Pray the gay away.
No,
Exactly what they
No,
said.
it'll just go away. I guess the good thing about Andrew Garfield in this movie is that his performance kind of evolved over the film, whereas her performance kind of stays the same. It's still a good performance from her. Her performance is better than his, but I said that he was bad in the review. But look at how they're just brushing over these sequences. It's like they expanded on what didn't need to be expanded on.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like they have all these important sequences happening. They're happening in like 2 seconds. But then they have like these 10-minute long sequences where it's like about their stupid marriage and shit. And it's like, you know, what's more important? Because, you know, obviously they couldn't have the movie be 4 hours. So you have to make sacrifices. And this feels like a documentary where they just, where they just brush past all these things. And it makes the movie really one-dimensional. That's why that's why I haven't had much to talk about.
That's because I watched this movie.
Did this movie have to be 2 hours?
No.
No.
There's some dead time there.
This whole movie's
Never
dead
really
time.
talking about it. We only had hints of what was going on.
It's
Remember
just,
her mother said, "How are you paying for all of this?"
it's just really badly done, like just how they brush over everything. You have to look at what they choose to focus on. Like this whole gay subplot thing.
I didn't know nothing about that.
It's an agenda. Because they're trying to say, see, she was a good person because she was pro-gay. And it's like, was that really important in the grand scheme of things with the movie? Like, just thinking about, like, what they needed to focus on and what they needed to cut back. You know, did they need to have Vincent D'Onofrio in the movie playing a cartoon character? They're such good Christians that they won't have her, Safi.
I know.
They're such nice Christians. You know, what's the point? why did they choose to show certain things versus other things? And look, now they have like a ghost thing, like in About a Boy, where they had that where the person sees their parent and then they don't. Very weird.
Oh, her mom died. They just had this. I just saw this.
Do you think Jessica Chastain's mom is dead too?
No, when did we just see this? Oh, I know.
I told.
Getting About a Boy, the little boy.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. You think after this movie that Jessica Chastain was really happy she could take all that makeup off?
Oh, I wish she was happy to do so. I mean, she looks like a clown.
Well, what it reminds me of is like all those old Universal monster movies, how they had to have like hours of makeup. It's like, this is what it would feel like to have all that, but like for a female. Because I don't really think they had any female Universal monster characters that had like lots of makeup. So this is what it would be like. And I think that I saw her on a cooking show, and she didn't look that overly made up in comparison to this movie. And this one, she's like really like, it's like a cake face, and in the show she kind of looked like just a typical old woman who put too much makeup on.
Well, it's true. When you get older, you're not supposed to wear tons of makeup. You're supposed to actually lighten up.
In real life, I guess she remarried. But they don't show any of that in this movie. So it's like, what's the message of the movie? If she's Christian, she's gonna end up sad and alone? Like, I don't get the message. I don't get, like, what is... To me, I think that the message is just their agenda. Of, like,
What's the agenda?
Well, this was based...
Buy lots of makeup and make the makeup companies rich?
This was based off a documentary from like the early 2000s.
Oh.
And to me, it's like the agenda is that they're saying she was really good because she was pro-gay people.
Oh, I never heard that.
She's a really progressive female figure because she was pro-gay people. And they even say that at the end of the movie, and it's like, oh, okay, I see what your agenda is, the whole movie. So that really bugs me because that literally has nothing to do with the story. It's just like this bullshit extra agenda. Let's get
I've heard about these people for years.
Let's get Jim Baker's autograph and then tear it up into little pieces.
I was gonna let's
flush it down a gold toilet.
And no.
Let's flush it down a gold toilet.
Okay, everybody, goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Wait, how do I end it?
Damn it! Why do you have to drag everything out?
What do you mean?